Hello Matthew, I just wanted to do a quick video response to your latest guide, Titanfall Wallrunning Part 2, where you talked about the rotations for your character to make the game feel more polished. I have to say that the work that you've done, the series, has been absolutely outstanding so far, and I found it so useful. I just wanted to give my personal take on the latest video you've done of the modifications I've made to it. I mentioned in the comment that I left that I found two bugs, the first of which was when you had the end overlap branch attached to the and instead of the actor has tagged, you'd get a small bug where if you had a run wall parallel to a floor, you could drop to the bottom of the run wall and then move away from it, and you'd keep the rotation you previously had, which looked a bit janky. The second one was if you started if you started a wall run, it would snap your horizontal viewpoint, or snap your viewpoint to a horizontal point. And I found this a little bit jarring, I guess. So I fixed this by, instead of using get player control and then get actor rotation, just using the camera and get world rotation. And then moving on, I used your work as a foundation from this point onwards to create a system, I guess, where the rotation wouldn't use just two values, -20 and 20, but instead would give you a value from -20 to 20 with a singular hitbox based upon where you were looking. So if you were looking at 90 degrees angle away from the wall, you wouldn't be rotated at all. If you were looking parallel with the wall, you'd be rotated the full 20 degrees, and if you were looking at 45 degrees away from the wall, so halfway between, it would be 10. The way that I did this was by using get actor right vectors, a rather short one to the left to the right, so it would just be touching the wall that you were up against, and I would then line trace this to get a hit result. I would use the dot function to get a float value of these two vectors. So I'd used ACOS to turn them into degrees, and then I'd minus 90 from them, so their base value would both be 0 because that's standard, they were 0. From this I added them together because only one of them was giving me a value at the same time, and one of them would give me either negative or positive. Then I times them by 2/9. This essentially gave me my 20 if it was at an angle of 90. And then, because I fucked up while doing this, I multiplied it by -1 and fitted it into the blueprints. The one change that I did have to make is, of course, I had to make this a loop, which is stopped by the script over here. And also in the FPS2 controller, I had to use controller rotation pitch enabled. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to look up and down while wall running. Why that was the case, I could not tell you to save my life. If you do know, please inform me. The only other change I made, I guess, is for the end overlap. I essentially used what you used for your left or your right, just having the make rotator be 0 just to come back to 0, and of course this isn't on loop. The trace is also done on a timeline, which is stopped by the same sequence which stops the smooth rotation. That's it. So again, thank you for the work that you've done. I hope that this comes to have some use to you. Have a lovely evening and best of luck in the future.